It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Dark Revolution Brewery in Salisbury, UK. And this is probably their best selling beer. It's a West Coast Pale Ale at 4.5% ABV called Solar. Now, this is one of the beers that I thought I reviewed a few years ago. And I thought I reviewed it a few years ago because I drank it in the Bridge Tap in Salisbury a couple of years ago. I was drinking it in the autumn of 2022 in the Fuller's pub in the middle of Salisbury, the Butcher's. It's on Butcher's Row. The Ox Row Tavern, the Fuller's pub there in Salisbury. I was drinking this, watching a band. They had a tap takeover, Dark Revolution. And it was one of those beers. I just picked it up yesterday and I was looking at the can. I was thinking, yeah, I'm just going to drink this. I'm just going to drink this because I've already reviewed it. So, of course, went onto YouTube, had a quick look, and turns out I've drunk it loads of times but never reviewed it. So, let's review it. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. But I do buy this beer a lot. Well, whenever I'm in Salisbury, I buy this beer a lot. It's probably my go-to session golden ale. It's really good. West Coast Pale, if you like. One finger, white head. Hazy looking beer. Straw coloured. Probably on its way to amber. Any sediment in the bottom of the glass? Not really. So no yeast in the bottom of the glass, but it's definitely not been filtered to within an inch of its life. You know, it's got a good bit of haze going on there. Rocking the beer back and forth. You got the carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Nice head retention. The head hasn't dissipated over the minute or two since I poured the beer. Great head retention, great lacing, aroma. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The hops shoot out the glass at you. And the reason why I drink this beer, just reminding me why I drink this beer, the reason why I drink so much of this beer in Salisbury is it's 4.5% ABV. It's session strength. Session strength. Lovely and hoppy, lovely and juicy. Tangerine, grapefruit. Yeah, fantastic. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Fab. Absolutely fabulous. Just how I remember it. Just how I remember it. I'm standing here with my hands in my pocket, or one hand in my pocket, on a cold January morning here in South Wales. And whenever I go down to Salisbury, it's generally really lovely warm weather. The sun's shining. The beer umbrellas, what are they called? Yeah, the what are they called? When you go to a beer garden and you got the big, well, I'm going to call them the beer umbrellas. The flipping whatchamacallits. Anyway, you're sitting under one of those. Parasol, big beer parasols. You're sitting under one of those. Sun-drenched day in Salisbury, drinking a tremendous... I remember the Bridge Tap. Now, the Bridge Tap is called the Bridge Tap because it's literally on the bridge. It's a pub that's next to the bridge. But where they got a little platform to sit outside, it's like decking. and you got this little rickety timber fence, cast iron table and chairs, you know the type, and you're sitting there with your solar West Coast pail, and you're looking at the River Avon. I won't tell the joke about the River Avon. Maybe I will if I got time later on. But sitting there with the River Avon, you could hear the water passing by. You can imagine the scene, can't you? Sun beating down, fantastic. I keep wanting to call it a pale ale. It's not. They called it, well, yeah, a West Coast pale. Grapefruit, orange peel, tangerine, a little bit of lemon. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of the flavour. It's extremely drinkable, extremely refreshing. A little bit of sweetness from the malt, a little bit of bitterness on the back end. But yeah, terrific. Absolutely terrific. Right, I'm going to give my River Avon joke because I can't help myself. Being a Welshman, Avon means river in Welsh. So I'm presuming that they probably asked a Welshman, maybe when the Romans arrived 2,000 years ago, what's that river called? What's that? They probably pointed and said, what's that? Or what's that called? And the Welsh response would have been Avon. So they probably went, right, okay, it's called Avon. It's called the River Avon. So, of course, the River Avon is the river. The river. I always laugh at that because my brother-in-law, he don't like that very much when I say that to him. Oh, we're going to go and sit next to the river and have a pint. He don't like that very much. But never mind, it's all banter. It's all a bit of a joke. We have a bit of a laugh. In fact, whenever I visit Salisbury or Bath or anywhere like that, where the River Avon's passing through, they don't like that joke very much. Absolutely don't like that joke at all. But that's another story. It's another story. It's all tongue-in-cheek, having a laugh with the boys type of thing. There's another place in Canada where people went to take over Canada. I think it was the French, wasn't it? And they said something like, "What's that over there?" And one of the locals replied with, "I don't know, what's that over there?" And they ended up calling the town, "I don't know, what's that over there?" but in French. These things happen in life, don't they? These things happen. Like the River, the River Avon in Bath and Salisbury. Right, Solar, Citra hops, balanced with cutting bitterness, easy drinking beer, which will leave you wanting more. Love Dark Revolution, great beer, pale ale, loads of citrus, quite dry. Literally, I've drank pints and pints and pints of this stuff while I'm in Salisbury. If you're in the Salisbury area, please check out Dark Revolution Brewery. They've got a fantastic tap room. They've got a fantastic outdoor seating area where you can literally watch people skydiving because it's next to an airfield while you're drinking your pint. Fantastic place. What can I say about this? It feels like a beer I know very much because I've drunk so much of it. I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.